Holiday magic is in the air at iFly Indoor Skydiving. Imagine unwrapping the experience of flight. iFly is the perfect unique gift for anyone who wants to turn their dream of flying into a joyful reality. It's unforgettable fun for all ages. Save over 35% with iFly's limited-time holiday gift voucher flight packages. Turn dreams into unforgettable moments with the gift of flight. Go to iFlyWorld.com to purchase your holiday gift vouchers. That's iFlyWorld.com.
The most wonderful time of the year. Although, let's be honest, around the holidays, things really add up. But here's the good news. Only at Verizon, you can get a single line for $50 per month when you switch and bring your phone. So, while ice skating for two is definitely costing more, here at Verizon, you can save. Gifts for your third cousins? Steep. A single line with Verizon? Not so steep. A real tree? Pricey. A single line with Verizon? Less pricey. Flights to see Mima and Pops? Those are up. A $50 per month single line? That's down. Even a trip to the Atlanta Holiday Market will cost you more. But with Verizon, you can switch and bring your phone for just $50 per month for a single line on unlimited welcome, with autopay plus taxes and fees. All this to say, during the holiday season, when everything is costing more, you can get more for less right now at a local Verizon store. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G, 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Welcome to Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast. Hey there, it's JD. I am underqualified, uncool, and under the weather this week. I have been hit with a cold that has been raging. If you listen carefully, you can hear the sound of the howling wind in the background coming through my window cracks. And that howling wind has brought with it sickness into my home and my family. And I have succumbed to that sickness. So I apologize even more than normal for my voice this week. I want to tell you that I have received a number of electronic mails and direct messages and the like, and it means a great deal. I would like to be able to share these notes that I'm getting from you on the show. However, if you could please indicate in your email or note, letter, postcard, if you're cool with me reading it on the show. I'm not going to read any until I hear from you that it's okay. And once I hear that, then I'll know that it's okay. And I will read those letters. All that being said, there's some howling wind. Let's roll into this week's topic du jour. That doesn't make sense, does it? Du jour is the day. So this week's topic of the day. Yeah, anyway. I'm Canadian, but I'm not French Canadian. Je ne parle français. Je ne parle pas français. Je ne parle pas français. Let's get into Spizzle Trunk. Opening my notebook. First of all, what is a Spizzle Trunk? Or does that even matter when you're talking about a catchy riff-driven rocker that clocks in at just over a minute and 20 seconds from the moment the drumsticks begin the count to the last bit of feedback fading into nothingness? If there is one thing about this early version of Pavement, it's their ability to effortlessly shift between music styles and genres. And this is exhibited quite nicely here in the move from Forklift into Spizzle Trunk. This is a fascinating look at this theory in action. Where Forklift, though, shows us what Pavement will become, in my mind, Spizzle Trunk is a reflection and a mediation on the early influences of Malcolmus and Spiral. I'm thinking swell maps in particular. More specifically, I'm thinking swell maps with Little Richard on the piano. That's right. You heard me. There is a stomping early rock and roll piano riff running up and down the motherfucking spine of Spizzle Trunk, and it is groovy. As with all the Pavement EPs, SM tackles the vocals by yeah-ing several disconnected phrases with a sort of punk rock point of view. If you listen hard enough, you can almost hear the lack of effort going into opening and closing his mouth that Malcolmus makes in that punk rock sort of way. And those backup vocals, those glorious ahs that fill the space between the weird disconnected phrases. It's just so good. You want more. You want more, but it's 1:24. Oh God, that's terrible. But you're stuck with it. Oh, ones and zeros. Once they hit the hard drive, they're there forever. You can't change that shit. I can't erase it. With the, there's no chorus to this song really. There's no verse. It's just what it is. But I got to tell you that it's interesting that nowhere in the song does Malcolmus mention what in the hell a Spizzle Trunk might be. I shot an email to Spiral today asking if he had any inclination. I haven't heard back, but if there's an update, I'll let you know. Because to me and my filthy ears, oh, that sounds gross, but you know what I mean, filthy ears, it sounds pornographic or something. It sounds like some sort of post-coital phallic thing. But there's nothing even remotely adjacent to that in the lyric sheets. In fact, if you start to dig through the lyrics, you could make an argument that Pavement were way ahead of the curve on the whole body positive image movement. As Malcolmus was compelling listeners to, quote, not hate their bodies. Hold on, what's the actual lyric here? You shouldn't hate your body because it's part of you. Although all that positivity is thrown out the window later on in the song when he mentions that the cat's in the kitchen. When the cats are in the kitchen, there's nothing but fleas. So what, there's gold-plated or chrome-plated babies and sneezed cornflakes and receding hairlines. I can't make heads or tails of this one. But if you've got a read on this, then shoot me an email or Twitter or whatever at info@meetingmalcolmus.com and let me know if I can read it. And we can pick it up next episode or a couple episodes down the line. My best guess on all this is that Malcolmus mentions that he was going through a real love affair with jazz, and in particular the way jazz was recorded. I'm guessing the improvisational aspect of it. They were quick on the floor. But there's also a piece to me that might think that Spizzle trunk is just sort of a jazzy word, jazzy phrase. And perhaps they used that phrase to find the melody, just sort of barking it out as they were recording vocals for this song. I don't know, though. Now, as far as where this track fits into the overall Pavement canon, I think it's in a really good place. I think that being the second track on the second EP is a really good place for this. The first EP was, something we'd never heard before, and it was pioneering. And here we are now. There are expectations. And Forklift delivers that in spades. Like I mentioned, I think Forklift tells you what the band is going to be. But Spizzle trunk brings you down, from that high that Forklift delivers, even though it's, a 4/4, like, bobbing head rocker. It tempers things to a degree, to me. It allows the listener to scratch their head and wonder while the needle passes through the grooves of the vinyl. But not wonder for too long, because they wouldn't want to miss what's next. So that's what I think of Spizzle trunk. You've listened to my congested voice long enough. Let's listen to some sick Pavement. Oh God, that's so brutal. All right. That's enough. This is the second track from the second EP, Demolition Plot J7. This is Spizzle trunk on Meeting Malcolmus, a Pavement podcast. Meeting Malcolmus, a Pavement podcast, is a weekly affair. You can listen, share, rate, and review the show wherever you get your podcasts. For more information about the show, go to www.meetingmalcolmus.com. I tweet and Instagram at Meeting Malcolmus. Steven, are you listening?
The most wonderful time of the year. Although, let's be honest, around the holidays, things really add up. But here's the good news. Only at Verizon, you can get a single line for $50 per month when you switch and bring your phone. So while ice skating for two is definitely costing more, here at Verizon, you can save. Gifts for your third cousins? Steep. A single line with Verizon? Not so steep. A real tree? Pricey. A single line with Verizon? Less pricey. Flights to see Mima and Pops? Those are up. A $50 per month single line? That's down. Even a trip to the Atlanta Holiday Market will cost you more. But But with Verizon, you can switch and bring your phone for just $50 per month for a single line on unlimited welcome, with autopay plus taxes and fees. All this to say, during the holiday season, when everything is costing more, you can get more for less right now at a local Verizon store. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G, 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But DC politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com.